halt! Where are you going? I'm running loose like a stool! I'm part of a charity. I'm part of a... That joke just got up to the balcony. That's exciting. They sat you all by reading level. That was very good. Very smart. I'm part of a charity every year where we donate shoes to the homeless or the unhoused, the needy, whatever your prerogative. That's the job. That's the job of the whole charity. You just give shoes and you don't say anything. That's it, okay? Because, here's the thing. Because, again, due sometimes to their communication style, they've had tremendously difficult lives. So sometimes the things they say, we're not allowed to react to. We're not allowed to react, okay? Because it's like the first draft of a thought. It's not... They don't like say something like, should I say this to a friend? Like they don't run it by a friend. They're not like, will I get canceled? They do not give a shit, all right? And so your job is to just give them the shoes. You do the good thing and shut the fuck up. That's it. But sometimes it's very difficult, right? It is a very difficult thing. Because last year, there was a gentleman who came up to me and said, yeah, and the Holocaust never happened. How can showers kill anybody? And now I'm just supposed to be like, here's some shoes. Like I'm complicit with what he's saying. That's a good point, man. Throw these on. Run and tell everyone you know. Get out there. Run loose like a stool with your information. I don't like that his conversation started with, yeah. As if we'd been chatting about some shit for a while. You know what I mean? He started our conversation by agreeing to a point that I never made. As if it was like, I said, yeah, man, I feel like 9/11 was an inside job. Yeah, and the Holocaust never happened. It was very difficult because I had to bite my tongue on something that I wanted to say. You can't say what you want to say. Because what I thought was, dude, first of all, you don't know shit about showers. But I didn't say that. What I did say was, actually, man, the Holocaust did happen. It killed millions of people, and there are Jewish people I know who, to this day, are still affected by it. And he said, muck your shit, I'm the mushroom man. And I was like, all right, well, you didn't say that before. Here's some shoes. But I found that it's not enough. It's not enough to just make silly jokes or commentary or even the charity. We have to do more for them. We have to be critically thinking about how we can improve this situation, because I do think that there's a serious issue with the homeless crisis in our country. And I have given some ruminated thought onto how we can resolve it. And here's what I came up with. We need to fix global warming. I think conditions are too livable out there. You know, I think we just need a cold front that like sobers them up. They're like, all right, I'll get a job. You know, like a gust of wind that blows an application, like, oh, okay. That's why Canada thinks they're better than us. They're like, we don't have any homeless. Yeah, that's because it's fucking negative there all the time. It's impossible to exist. You're not better than us. You just live in a shittier part of Earth. That's it. Did you guys get vaccinated? Okay, I don't care. Why? I don't give a shit. I don't care. There's too much controversy around whether someone got vaccinated or not. I don't give a shit. But it is crazy, the concept of a vaccine. The idea is you shoot something into your body so that it will stay away. I think homophobes should try that with gay guys. It's for your safety. You have to do it. Every 6 months, that's right, fellas. Go every day if you can, if you really want to keep those pesky gays away. Make sure you get boosted too, boys. Everybody should be double boosted or whatever, you know. The old Johnson & Johnson. Okay. I'm down with the vaccine, whatever. I'm down with it. I'm cool with the whole whatever. The vaccine, you call it the vaccine though, all right? You call it that. You call it the vaccine or you call it the shot. That's it. I'm tired of all these other pseudonyms, cool names that people try to give it to make it seem fucking hip. Dude saying to me like, yeah, I got the jab. Got the jab, went back 2 weeks later, same arm, jab. Just took a jab, dude. I was like, you've never been punched in your whole life, Dylan. Talking about a jab. A lady gave you acupuncture at a Walgreens. That's what happened. She gave you a Minions Band-Aid and you bruised like a bitch. You ever hear this? I heard someone ask me, yeah, did you get poked? I'm sorry, what did you just ask me? I am an adult man. Don't you ever ask me that question, dude. What are you, my horny aunt on Facebook? No one says poked, okay? You my husband who rolled over and got me with morning wood? Shut up. Say shot. I had COVID, and then I got the vaccine because, you know, I loved it so much the first time. You know, I just wanted it to be on my terms. I live out in LA where there's a lot of people who never got COVID. They never had it because we were quarantined for so long, and then we were allowed to go out whenever the vaccine got released. That's what happened. You can't explain COVID to someone who's never had it. You can't explain it, all right? It's the equivalent of someone being like, yeah, I love that movie. And you're like, okay, I read the fucking book. There's symptoms you don't even know about, okay? And yet, I have friends of mine who they like to complain to me about the difficulties that they have with the vaccine. I have friends who will be like, yeah, I got my second shot yesterday, and all day I was tired. I was like on my couch just watching TV. And where the shot got me, oh. I couldn't reach the remote. And when Netflix said next episode in 10 seconds, I just had to wait. I was like, oh yeah? Yeah, it's tough. See, my experience was with the virus. It's a little different, you understand? Someone opened the blinds and I shit my pants. You have no idea what the fuck you're talking about right now. Oh, you binged Love is Blind? I was actually blind for 48 hours. I had to Helen Keller on my kitchen floor for 2 weeks. I made a bowl of soup from touch. What are you talking about? People talking to me about the symptoms of the vaccine when they've never had the virus. That's what I imagine it's like when the Navy talks to the Marines. The Marines are like, yeah, got deployed to Afghanistan. Me and my unit, we were ambushed, lost 2 of my men out there to landmines. No longer have a leg, a lifelong battle with PTSD. And the Navy's like, we are like on a boat. It's like a really big boat, it's like a cruise. So friggin' sunny, and sometimes we'll go below deck and, we play Battleship down there, and, you can't come up too quick because, I'll get the poops. Just slightly different, I look at members of the military the same way I look at service dogs, If I see a Marine, I always say, thank you for your service. I see someone from the Navy, I say, thank you for your emotional support. Like, we know you got trained too, but yours was online, it's a little different. You're not allowed to ask. Appreciate you guys being good sports about all of the Navy jokes. I did a show pretty recently where after the show I went outside and there was a guy who was pretty upset. And I knew he was Navy because he didn't punch me. He didn't do anything, dude. He just had some strong words. He was like, hey. It was nighttime. He was like, why the jokes, man? I went to the Naval Academy. And I was like, see, you don't hear it? I'm sorry, you studied at a place that's named after the belly button, dude? You don't expect me to say anything? He's like, what? I was a seaman at the Naval Academy. I was like, dude! A seaman that went to the Naval Academy? What are you saying right now, bud? Is that like a fancy way of saying you pulled out and shot on her stomach? Who says that? Guys, I'm joking. The Navy, they don't have sex with women. Come on, let's be serious. Let's be real. Oh, good, there's your little choo-choo train that I hear outside. Quick, we've got 10 minutes to make it. We could crawl our way onto that sumbitch. Do a fucking wheelbarrow race with the dude. You know how I found out where that thing goes? I asked the train conductor. I was like, where's this thing going, man? What do you think? You going up here and taking a left? Oh, sorry, no, you go ahead. Hey, man, keep up. Hey, you... Here's what I'll say about abortion. San Jose. You guys were so much fun. Don't fuck this up. Here's what I'll say about abortion.